Hi everyone, here are 3 ways to store eggs, whether you just have too many or keep chickens like myself and have eggs in abundance, especially at the moment because it's summertime. So the first way is to freeze eggs. So crack the eggs into a clean jug and then very lightly mix and combine them, but don't whisk them because you don't want too much air in them. And then pour into airtight containers and leave a space at the top between the eggs and the lid. That is quite full there, but there is a small gap. And then when you put the lids on, just put the date on and how many eggs are in there. And then when you put them in the freezer, make sure you put them on a level space and don't stack them until they are frozen. Now you can separate the whites and the yolks to freeze, but to stop them becoming too gelatinous, use a teaspoon of salt or sugar to prevent thickening during freezing, and don't forget to mark the container with sugar or salt. Now the second way is to pickle eggs. So first hard boil them and then peel and put to one side. And then to make the brine, I used a cup of water, a cup of distilled clear vinegar and some white wine vinegar. Now you can use any vinegar such as brown vinegar or apple cider vinegar, whatever your taste is, and the amounts will be based on what container you're using and how many eggs you're going to pickle. I have a large hot dog jar which I've sterilised just by washing it in the dishwasher. You can use any flavourings. I've got here peppercorns, paprika, garlic granules, and you can put salt and sugar into that brine. I actually forgot. I was going to put some salt in and I forgot. Now just for safety reasons, I've poured it into a jug first because I can sometimes be a bit clumsy. So as it's boiling hot, I chose to pop it into a jug first. That's my hot dog jar. And then just place the eggs a bit at a time into the jar with your flavourings. Now I've got carrot pieces, sweet green pepper pieces, garlic cloves, I've got onion and a piece of rosemary out the garden because I do like herbs. And then just to say, by boiling the brine, it just infuses the flavours. You can use whatever you want, chili flakes. There's all sorts of different things that you can use. You know, whatever your taste is, you just pop in there. I literally just used what I had. I didn't go out and buy anything. This is what I had, so this is what I used. So just gradually build up there with your eggs and your flavourings right to the top. And then in goes my nice piece of rosemary. And I think that's the final egg. And then just pour your brine over right up to the top. Now my partner said that his gran used to, once the jar had been infusing for a few days, his gran used to go back and just top them up again. because they will obviously soak in the liquid. And I did actually end up with too much brine, so it's better to make too much than not enough. That's right up to the top there. Squash it down. And then just pop your lid on. The last few bits going in, just so that it's airtight. And then you can just pop it into the fridge. Make sure you leave it for a few days so that the flavours develop. There we are, that all looks really nice. That egg looks like it's got a face on it. Now you can also store eggs, of course, in egg boxes, and they will last longer, put in the fridge. I also like to make egg mayonnaise every week. We enjoy that in a sandwich. And I also like to have fried egg on toast for breakfast. But there's many ways you can have eggs, of course. We like poached eggs as well. And with some of the leftover brine, I had leftover onion and pepper, so I just made a little jar there of pickled veg. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself as always, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye for now.